both bass. There's two different tracks. Obviously this is the DI, bass DI, I'm gonna bass amp. Cool, that's perfect. That's at least what you need. One DI, one amp. So bass DI, go for low end, and I really compress the heck out of it just to get a nice even low end. The bass amp, I'm gonna use this grit, and I'm gonna blend that into the mix. I'll put those in a bass bus. Simple as that. Check it out. I like that. I really like that. I want a little bit of high end in there though. I like that. Now with the high end there. I'm gonna raise the output so it's hitting in between like -6, -12 dB. So when I throw my compression plugins on, it's pushing into those plugins enough, right? I don't want the volume to be so low that it's not correctly getting processed through some of the units or emulated units that I'm using. Be careful of your gain staging and where your levels are at too, just so it kind of comes out right. So I raised that, should be hitting around -6 and -12. So you could do a little bit of filtered EQ, you could do a multi-band compressor, or I mean filtered compression, a multi-band compressor, a limiter, whatever you want. I'm probably going to use a combo of both. Go back into a virtual mix rack. I just really like it. Can't get away from it. I use a lot of different stuff, but for some reason in this mix video, I'm using this one a lot. So sometimes I just go for a vibe. I'm going to start with the preset actually. See if bass guitar's on here. Rock bass, warm present bass. We'll see how this sounds. I think I want a distressor, but we'll try this first. I actually kind of like that thickness thing. I'm gonna leave that there. Here's the FET compressor. I don't think we know. I actually don't mind that. I want a little bit of drive though. I like that there's a little bit of grit, even though this is my clean track. I like that there's a little bit of grit in there because it gives some of the transients, when you hear that like distortion, a little bit of like dynamic perception. So I think that's pretty sick. I'm gonna leave that in there. All these little tiny things add up when you're done with the whole mix, so it comes out really good. And then I'm also going to throw in, thinking about one of these DBX emulated compressors, but honestly, I might just go with the distressor. Check it out. Pull the drive back a little bit. pauses in there. I wouldn't mind throwing a gate on it, to be honest. I'll have it open up pretty early. Yeah, I'll have it open up pretty early, maybe a slower release. We should be in good shape. That. Sounds pretty sick. See, without just literally 2 plugins. That's all I had to do. All right, now we got our grit track. It's our amp. 2 plugins, the Fat Trader, which we used before. I have a couple other distortion plugins, and I also have this really crappy plugin. I shouldn't call it a crappy plugin, but it's a stock plugin within Studio One called Red Light Distortion. I've been getting some really good results, believe it or not, through here. Pretty cool. Let's check it out. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna start with this guy here, and we're gonna fade this one in. So I'm gonna start with the volume low. Again, checking phase on this. So I'm gonna throw that mix tool in here. We're just gonna double check it. I am actually going to invert the phase on it. I think it gives it more of a wider, like lower body range if I invert the phase on this distorted track, so it doesn't take away from my low end. Kind of like the feel it's given, so I inverted the phase on it. Probably didn't need to, but it did change the sound a little bit. I'll show you again with and without. Here is without the inverted phase. Here's with. Without. With. I feel like it gives it like a healthy range of body. You might like it without. In that case, I would suggest you go without. We got our bass bus. Not really gonna do too much to it. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Drum bus. We can color code these if we want. Bass is always purple. You don't have to do that.